Uh, you were working as a recruiting team. I mean, recruiting people for enterprises. I mean, making job interviews or something like that.
Yes, that's one of the activities that I do.
Okay, okay. I was. Do you know this term called organizational psychology? Something like that.
Yes,
Organization.
right.
Yeah. So, what do you understand with that term?
Well, in simple words, I will say that is um, uh, the psychology plays in a company, right? All the um, knowledge about psychology, but how it works in a company, in a place that you work.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was looking into it the other day, and I discovered that uh, you analyze people to know if they are suitable for a certain position, right? Or if they have problems in a teamwork or something like that.
Yes,
You can say uh, if someone is, let's say, suitable for a certain position in a company.
yes, you can know in the interviews and with the. I will say that both the psychology test and the interview.
Okay, all right. And are you interested in clinical psychology?
Yes, actually, I like it a lot.
Right, okay. And in your own words, Nayeli, how would you describe what okay, can you explain to me? I have no idea, all right? But I like psychology sometimes. And can you explain to me, Nayeli, what is what's the difference between what they call ego and consciousness? Is the same thing? I mean, the ego and the consciousness are the same terms, or it's something different?
It's a tricky question, I will say. Maybe the right answer it will be it depends of the I let me the theory is the word that you are um searching the meaning of that. For example, it's not the same if you talk with a person um who works or who works with psychoanalysis.
Mhm.
No, it's not the same person that works with another kind of theories like, I don't know, um humanist humanist psychology, or there are a lot of kind of theories in psychology. So each of them will say different things. So it depends of that, I would say.
Okay, okay, I get it. All right. Okay, Nadia, did you ever read Carl Jung? Did you like it or not that much?
Carl Jung?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I have read him. I think that at the beginning, he said a lot of interesting things that he discovered, and he did a lot of theory work, and he developed a lot of that. But I think that at the end, he got lost a little bit.
Got lost.
He went to, how do you say? Mm, that he started to speak about the stars and the universe. So it kind of got lost, I will say. I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe
so
he was right.
mhm. Okay, so he lost, let's say, the professional approach, right? Something like
Exactly.
that. Right. Okay, all right. And Nadia, tell me, uh, in your experience, in your own experience, and in your own words, Uh, what's the main problem when you are, let's say, not analyzing, but when you are working with people? I mean, what's your main problem that you encounter
In my work
in
or
your
in my
work? Yeah.
jobs.
Mhm.
Um, what is the most difficult part? I will say that that here in Mexico, I don't know if in other countries, but here in Mexico, we are not used to be honest. So what happens is we got and another thing that is almost the same, that we don't say no. We don't know how to say no, right? So that's for me is important because sometimes a person tells you or tells you that he wants the job, and he does all the process to do so to get it, and at the end they don't go to the job. They don't go for on his first day, on their
Mhm.
first day. So for me, it's hard to understand that because they make me do a lot of work, sorry, and I have to do a process in order to have um, all the needs that the person needs to get the job or to start the job. So at the end, that work go to the trash because they don't appear, right? So I
Mhm.
think that if you know that you don't want the job, you only have to say thank you, or I am not interested in that, right?
Okay,
So
all right. So,
thank you
and do
very
you
much
think?
and goodbye. But the
Okay.
people don't do that. I don't know why. So that's why I say that they are not honest, right?
No, no, that's okay. All right. Yeah, it's very annoying, I guess, because they are not aware of the work you're doing, right?
Exactly. They don't care about that.
Here, of course. Okay. All right. Another question, Nayeli. Uh, I mean, I guess you have done it, but what's your opinion about what they call defense mechanisms? Have you ever heard that term? I guess you've done.
Yes, of course. Well, there um there are needed. We have um to have those. It's normal. Um, because if we don't, we will not be able to live. We will not be able to live in a society. So of course we need to have those because the principal ones are that you pay attention about the things that you want to. So the brain helps us to do that because if we don't, we will not be able to concentrate. We will hear everything, we will smell everything. So that is the principal mechanism. And the other ones that are a little bit more elaborate or maybe are not conscious, we also need it to to be empathic with the other persons,
Mhm.
um, to live in society.
Right. Yeah. So I was reading the other day that the main defense mechanism was repression, right? I mean, that was
Exactly.
like the main one. And as long as I knew, that was also the one that causes mental illness. As long as I know that they said, I mean, in that book, they said that if you repress too much, you are more likely to have a mental disease, right? That's what they said. But what do you think about it? Is that real or not?
Well, I think that you must have a balance, right? Because the repression is like I said, you have to repress some of the all the activity that happens around us,
Mhm.
and that's the first one. And then you will not be able to live in a society if you don't repress some of those feelings. And for example, you cannot walk naked in the street, right? Even though you want to, because the people will say things, and maybe the police will arrive and you will have problems.
Mhm.
But of course, if you don't cry, for example, or if you don't express yourself and your feelings, you will get sick, because those feelings will have um, they have to find a way to get expressed. So sometimes that happens in mental illness or in your body.
Okay, okay. So that's what they call somatic, right? They say
Exactly.
somatic symptoms and what was the other term? Psychomatic, psychomatic symptoms, right? Somatic was in the body and psychomatic in their mind, I guess.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, all right. So I was looking into it and that was quite interesting because I said the other mechanism was something like when you have a problem, you don't accept that you have a problem, right? You see it as an interesting adventure, right? So that way you avoid dealing with your feelings. I can't remember the name of that mechanism, but it's not accepting that it's hurting. For example, I mean, let's say you break up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you don't accept that hurts, and you see it as an interesting adventure, right? I need to go and discover the world, but you're not accepting that it hurts. That's what I that's what I can remember. But yeah, that was interesting. I want to ask you that because that was yeah, seems to me quite. Okay,
Yes, it's maybe I don't know the name in English. Negation, negation.
yeah, I was thinking. No, it wasn't idealization. It was negation. Mhm. Yeah, how many are them? I mean, how many are there? Are like 12 of them, right? Or
Yes,
14?
exactly, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, now you're right. Psychology is fun, In my opinion, psychology is quite fun and interesting as well.
Okay.
So, it's fine. So, okay, Nadia. Okay, so today we are going to work with something called verb patterns or patrones verbales.
Okay.
Right? So, that is useful when you want to use two verbs in a sentence, right? One simple example would be when you want to use like, right? So you want to say, I me gusta estudiar psicología. So how would you say that, for example? Me gusta estudiar psicología.
I like to study psychology.
Exactly. So the verb like determines the way in which you are going to use the next verb, right? So if you're using like, that's the one verb. The next verb needs to go in in the infinitive form. I like to study. Or you can also use the ing form, right? And you can say something like I like studying psychology.
Okay.
So
Yes.
not all the verbs can function in that way, but some of them can. So we're going to analyze those and see how you can use them in a conversation, right? So let me check. It's right here. Okay, give me a minute. Um, Presentation. It's right here. Um, that's okay. Yeah, it's this one here. Parte. Um, that's that one. Okay. So can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you need to be careful. You need to be careful with those verbs. The first one would be, yeah, forget. All right. Forget, when you use the verb forget, you're gonna have two options. The next verb can goes in the ing form, or it can goes in the infinitive form, but you're going to change the meaning. So you need to be careful with this one. So for example, if I say something like, I forgot to telephone the bank, what do you understand in Spanish? I forgot to telephone the bank.
Olvidé llamarlos.
Ajá, voy a llamarlos. I forgot to telephone. Telephone, apart from being a noun, meaning teléfono, it also means voy a llamar por teléfono, right?
Mm.
So if you say, I forgot to, es olvidé hacer eso. I forgot to tell you, I forgot to buy the meat, I forgot to do my homework, right? But if you say forget, and then you use the verb in the ing form, you are saying, olvidé haberlo hecho. Es decir, lo hice, pero olvidé haberlo hecho. So if you say, for example, I forgot to telephone you, olvidé llamarte. Pero si dices, I forgot telephoning you, o phoning you, let's say, I forgot phoning you, means olvidé haberte llamado. Es decir, sí lo hice, ¿no? Sí te llamé, pero olvidé haber hecho eso.
Okay.
Y cuando dices, I forgot to phone you, o to telephone you, es no lo hice. Fíjate, cambias el significado. Si dices, I forgot to telephone you, no, se me olvidó llamarte, es decir, no te llamé. Pero si dices, I forgot telephoning you, ok, olvidé haberte llamado, no me acuerdo. O sea, sí lo hice, pero no me acuerdo.
Okay.
So, forget, you need to be quite careful how you use the next verb with forget. Right?
Okay.
Then we have remember. It's the same case with remember. If you say, I remember to buy, for example, let's say, I don't remember to buy the milk. I didn't remember to buy the milk. What's the meaning of that, Nayeli? I didn't remember to buy the milk.
But no me acordé de comprar.
Exactly. No me acordé de comprar la leche. But if you say, I didn't remember buying the milk, what do you think is the meaning of that? I didn't remember buying the milk.
No se acordó que compró.
Exactamente. No recuerdo haber comprado la leche, pero sí la compré, o sea, está ahí, ¿no? Imagínate que vas haciendo las compras, llegas a tu casa y ves una leche ahí y dices, I didn't remember buying the milk.
Okay.
No recuerdo haber comprado la leche. Entonces, you change the meaning with remember when you use with another verb. Entonces, cada vez que quieras decir, no recordé haber hecho eso, no recuerdo haber hecho eso. I don't remember telling you. For example, if I tell you, Nadia, I don't remember telling you that, what's the meaning of that phrase? I don't remember telling you.
No recuerdo habértelo dicho.
Okay, all right. So remember, it's the same case. And then we have, what was the other one? Esperen, faltaba, bueno, entonces, esperen. Era el mismo caso con, vamos a abrir quizzes. Pues ya llevamos dos, está remember, forget, pero hay otros, no son muchos, son como 4 más o menos.
Maybe
Que
try,
pues,
Robert. Sorry, Rafa, try.
try, yeah. So let me see, it's right here. Try is another one, yeah. But where is it? Presentation, patterns. Okay. Okay, yeah. Forget, regret. Okay, yeah. Regret is another one that functions the same way.
Okay.
Check, give. Para compartir. Give este. Ok. ¿Ya se ve la pantalla? Bueno, regret is the same case. So when you say regret and then you use infinitive, you are saying, we regret to tell you. What is that in Spanish? Nadia, we regret to tell you.
Regret. Lamentamos decirte.
Exactly. So we regret to tell you. They regret to work. Lamentamos y luego lamentamos decirte, lamentamos, we regret to do this, ¿no? Lamentamos hacer esto. Es en presente, ¿sabes? Cuando tú ocupas regret y luego un verbo en infinitivo, pues está en presente, justo ahora. Pero es el mismo caso que con los otros verbos. Si tú dices regret y luego ing, es lamento haber hecho eso. Por ejemplo, I regret telling you that. When you say that, I regret telling you that, you're saying, lamento haberte dicho eso.
Okay.
Or for example, I regret changing my job. I don't like my new one. Lamento haber cambiado de trabajo, ¿no? I regret changing my job. Es decir, lo hice en el pasado y me arrepiento ahora.
Okay.
Entonces, es lo equivalente a decir lamento haber. Entonces, cuando quieras decir lamento haber, pues acuérdate que es regret y ing, ¿no? Entonces también cambia. Entonces, then we have remember, okay, and try. Yeah, be careful with the verb try. Because try, when you use try with an infinitive, you are talking about an attempt, un intento. You're talking about an attempt that you couldn't get. So, for example, I tried to come, but I couldn't. I tried to tell you, but you never listen. Es decir, intenté decirte, pero nunca me escuchas, ¿no? I tried to tell you. Estás hablando de un intento fallido. Cuando dices try y luego infinitivo, es un intento fallido. I tried to cook, but I burned it.
Okay.
For example. So, try to, right? Remember, it's that. And then when you use try with ing, you are giving an advice to someone. So why don't you try using, oye, ¿por qué no intentas usar esto, no? So why don't you try using a heavier tool? Una herramienta más pesada. Or why don't you try sleeping more at night? Or why don't you try saving your money? Why don't you try, why don't you try studying more? Entonces es para dar consejos, ¿no? Entonces try e ing, generalmente lo tienes en preguntas como esas. Why don't you? Why don't you try sleeping? Have you ever tried sleeping? ¿No? Alguien preguntas, pues ocupas try e ing para hacer sugerencias. Y bueno, esos son los únicos realmente, ¿no? Los que tienes que recordar, regret, forget. Ahora, mira, muchísimos verbos, como like, por ejemplo. Like es un buen ejemplo de esto. Hay verbos que admiten ambas formas, como like. Tú puedes decir, por ejemplo, I like to study, or I like studying, y no le cambies el significado, es exactamente lo mismo.
Okay.
Exactamente lo mismo. Entonces, un poco con begin también pasa lo mismo. Tú puedes decir, I began to cry, o I began crying, y es lo mismo. So, I began crying when I heard the story. Pues comencé a llorar, ¿no? Cuando escuché la historia.
Okay.
Okay, he continued to live, or he continued living with his parents for years. Es un poco lo mismo. He continued to live, or he continued living. Hate, también es the same case. He hates studying, or he hates studying on Sunday. Y no le cambies el significado, es lo mismo. Like, pues es el caso más común, ¿no? I like to study, when I like to play, when I like playing, es lo mismo. O intend, miren. I don't intend to stay long, or I don't intend staying long. No tengo la intención, ¿no? Intend es como tener la intención. I don't intend to hurt you. I don't intend to hurt you. Tengo la intención de lastimarte, ¿no? O I don't intend hurting you.
Okay.
Entonces puedes usar los dos. Start también. Tú puedes decir, he started talking, or he started to talk about his past. Es lo mismo. Con start. Entonces, bueno, vamos a hacer un ejercicio con esto, ¿sale? Vamos a hacer un ejercicio con esto. Entonces, apologize, mira, también hay, me imagino que te has dado cuenta, hay muchos verbos que ya tienen preposiciones pegadas y que ya no se las puedes quitar, o sea, que ya van ahí sí pegadas, que si vas a usar ese verbo, vas a tener que ocupar esa preposición. Entonces,
Okay.
hay muchos de estos, ¿no? Estos son como los más comunes. Hay muchísimos, no solo estos, pero estos son los más comunes. So, whenever you use a verb with a preposition, and then if you want to use another verb, that verb needs to go in the ing form. But why? Because all the verbs that we use after a preposition needs to go in the ing form. That's why, for example, if you want to say something like, I would like to apologize for being rude with me, or with you, sorry. I would like to apologize for being, por ser. Me gustaría disculparme por ser, for being.
Okay.
Entonces, ¿por qué for being? Porque tienes for, and for is a preposition. So, apologize for being rude. I would like to apologize for telling you those things. I would like to apologize for what I did. Bueno, puedes poner otras cosas, ¿no? Pero I would like to apologize for, and then the verb in the ing form. And then you have suspect for. She's suspected for stealing the cars. Es sospechosa de robar los autos, ¿no? Suspected for. Ahora, suspected realmente es un adjetivo. She's suspected for. Pero también hay adjetivos como suspected que tienen preposiciones ahí pegadas y no se las puedes quitar. Es sospechoso de, es suspected for. ¿Sospechoso de qué, no? Ah, bueno, she's suspected for cheating on the test. He's suspected for stealing the cars. They are suspected for doing the wrong thing. Es el mismo caso, ¿sale? Tienes for, you have for, and that's why you need to use the verb in the ing form. Or believing, believing is a verb. So how would you read this sentence?
The nihilist. Nihilism?
Nihilists.
Nihilist?
Nihilists.
Okay, nihilist. Don't believe in doing anything.
Entonces no creen en hacer nada, ¿no? Que no es cierto, eso no es nihilismo, pero bueno, es muy, muy chistoso ponerlo ahí. Entonces, don't believe in doing anything, right? I don't believe in, for example, how would you say, Nadia? No creo en hablarle a alguien que no quiere prestar atención. ¿Cómo dirías eso?
I don't believe in someone who doesn't pay attention.
Okay, bueno, no creo en hablarle a alguien que no presta atención.
Okay, I don't believe in speaking with someone who doesn't pay attention.
Or talking to. I don't believe in talking to someone.
Okay.
Exactamente. Ahora, ¿cómo dirías? Yo creo en trabajar duro todos los días.
I believe in working hard every day.
Exacto. Entonces yo creo en, y luego un verbo, ese verbo en ing, ¿sale? O agree o disagree. Estar de acuerdo o no estar de acuerdo. So remember, you don't say I'm not agree, right? This is the first thing you need to notice. You don't say I'm not agree with. No ocupas, aunque en español decimos yo no estoy de acuerdo, en inglés no pones ni am, ni is, ni are. Simplemente pones I disagree with o I agree with. I agree with you. Estoy de acuerdo contigo, ¿no? O I disagree with you. No estoy de acuerdo contigo. Entonces, yo no estoy de acuerdo con, for example, how would you read this sentence?
I disagree with allowing people to do what they want.
Exactly. Entonces, yo no estoy de acuerdo con permitirle a la gente hacer lo que quieran. I disagree with. So, for example, how would you say something like, yo no estoy de acuerdo con trabajar más de 12 horas.
I disagree with working more than 12 hours a day.
Exactly. Entonces, si no estoy de acuerdo con, pues dices I disagree with o I agree with. Por ejemplo, ¿cómo dirías? Estoy de acuerdo con diseñar eh, otros planes.
Sorry, teacher,
Ajá.
can you repeat?
Ajá, estoy de acuerdo con diseñar otros planes.
I agree with design new plans.
Ujú, exactamente. I agree with designing, diríamos, ¿no? Muy bien. O complain about, mira, complain y about siempre vienen juntos. Ujú. Entonces,
Okay.
bueno, ¿cómo le das esta idea?
He's always complaining about having to do his homework.
Okay. And what is that in Spanish?
Que siempre se queja de about having de tener que hacer su tarea.
Y fíjate, in that case, you are using three verbs, right? Complaining, that's the first one. Complaining about having is the second one. And to do is the third one. Right? About having to do his homework. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So now how would you say something like, mm, uh, ¿cómo dirías? Mis clientes siempre se están quejando acerca de lidiar con el pasado.
My patients always are complaining about what?
Acerca de lidiar con su pasado.
Okay. About dealing with their past.
My patients are always complaining about dealing with their past. Siempre se están quejando acerca de lidiar. Entonces, complaining about van juntos. Y el verbo que pongas después también en ing, ¿no? Insist on, por ejemplo. Insistir en. So, ¿cómo dirías? Yo insistí en comprar en pasado. Vamos a usar las edes. A ver si nos acordamos. ¿Cómo dirías? Yo insistí en comprar la siguiente ronda de tragos, de bebidas. Teniendo en cuenta que insist es regular. O sea, va una ed ahí.
Okay. I insisted on buying the next rounds of drinks.
Exactly. I insisted on. So if you're going to say it in the past, say I insisted on, right? Hmm? Okay. Bueno, think about, right? Think about es considerar. Think about es considerar. O pensar en. Tiene esas dos traducciones. Si dices, por ejemplo, I'm thinking about you, estoy pensando en ti, ¿no? Pero también puedes usarlo como para dar el significado de considerar. Entonces, so for example, if you say, we are thinking about going to Venice this year, what is that in Spanish?
Estamos pensando en ir a Venecia este año.
Exactly. So you need to be careful with think because think have at least three meanings. The first one is pensar. It's the most simple one, right? I'm thinking about. So when you have thinking about, it means pensar o considerar. So I'm thinking about doing this in the future. I'm thinking about paying more attention. I'm thinking about doing my degree. Ahí en esas ideas significa estoy considerando, ¿no? I'm thinking about doing my degree in the future. Estoy considerando hacer mi licenciatura en el futuro. Pero cuando think le sigue that, no puede ir, eso es muy importante ponerlo ahí, no puedes decir I'm thinking that. Porque cuando think lleva la palabra that, se ocupa para dar opiniones. Entonces, en español, nadie no decimos, pues yo estoy creyendo que, no decimos eso, decimos, yo creo que es eso, o sea, think that es eso. I think that you're doing something wrong. yo creo que estás haciendo algo mal, ¿no? I think that. Es tu opinión. O sea, thinking that, eso sí, mucho ojo, no puedes decir thinking that. No se puede decir thinking that. Sí puedes poner thinking cuando tienes about, cuando tienes esta preposición en particular, porque ahí significa, eso sí tiene sentido, estoy considerando, ¿no? Estoy pensando en algo, ¿vale? Entonces hay que tener cuidado con think. Ok, and then we have
Thinking that no se dice nunca.
thinking that, no.
Ok.
Te dice en presente, I think that, y ya dice, das tu opinión.
Ok, ok.
Pero thinking about, eso sí se puede. O sea, thinking about sí está bien.
Okay.
Okay. So then we have worry about. All right, so worry about passing the exam. Preocuparse por. Eh, bueno, entonces, ¿cómo dirías algo como ella se preocupó por darnos una buena vida?
Okay. She worry about giving us a good life.
Exactamente. I'll concentrate on. ¿Sale? Concentrate on es concentrarse en.
Okay.
Entonces, ¿cómo dirías algo como a ver, vamos a usar otra cosa que no sea un verbo. ¿Cómo dirías? No me pude concentrar en lo que el maestro estaba diciendo.
Okay. I couldn't concentrate on what the teacher was telling us.
Okay, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so if you say something like, no me pude concentrar en, no me pude concentrar en, no me pude concentrar en leer ese libro.
Okay. I couldn't concentrate on reading that book.
Exactamente. Exactamente. Entonces, concentrate on, ¿sale? Casi siempre dices concentrate on.
Concentrate on. Okay.
Succeed es tener éxito en.
Succeed on. In. Okay.
Entonces, she succeeded in passing the test. Ella tuvo éxito en pasar el examen, ¿no? Entonces, for example, how would you say something like, um, ellos tuvieron éxito en, ellos tuvieron éxito en comunicar el mensaje.
They succeeding transmitting the message.
They succeeded in, pero si lo es en pasado es succeeded, tienes como reading, ¿no? They succeeded in transmitting the message.
Okay.
¿A cómo lo
Succeeding.
dirás tú? ¿A cómo?
Succeeding.
Ajá, succeeded in. Con dos R's puedes decirlo succeeded y luego otro ring, ¿no? They succeeded in passing. Primero, ¿por qué dices reading? Para reading, porque tienes una primera D, ¿ya viste? Que está en medio. Esa es una R. Succeeded. Y otra vez tienes otra D que está en medio de la E y la I. Por eso dices succeeded in passing.
Okay, okay.
Entonces, okay, work on. So, what's the difference in this case? Can you tell me the difference, Nadia, between saying working, work at, or work on?
I don't know. Working. Let ni working, work on.
So say work on, working, or work at.
Workout is about exercise, and I know that,
Work
right?
at, exercise. That's work out.
Workout.
Work out,
And you said what?
work at. Work
Ah,
and at. Work at. Okay.
I
Remember
don't know.
when you say work on,
Work
you're
on.
meaning you're working on a project. So I'm
Okay.
working on my thesis. I'm working on my book. I'm working on my life. Es decir, estás en un proyecto, estás trabajando en un proyecto que tengo.
Okay.
Entonces, después del on dices el proyecto, ¿sabes? Work at es cuando quieres decir dónde trabajas, en qué sitio. I work at Google, I work at Umbrella, I work at... Yeah,
Okay.
dices en la
¿Como en el nombre
empresa.
de la empresa?
Ándale. Y ya decir working es simplemente cuando te refieres a un lugar. Por ejemplo, I'm working in Mexico o she's working in London. Y generalmente ya es cuando te refieres al lugar, al sitio.
Okay.
Entonces, bueno.
Y también puede ser algo como específico.
mm,
Por ejemplo, aquí en la Ciudad de México, que trabajas en una alcaldía. Bueno, que le llamamos alcaldías.
Podrías decir eso. I'm working in a, how do they call it? District, perhaps. Working in a
Okay.
district. You could say that. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So to be good at, that's another important way. To be good at means ser bueno en.
Okay.
So if you say something like, pues yo soy bueno escribiendo. So I'm good at writing. Yo soy bueno dando consejos. ¿Cómo dirías eso? Soy muy buena dando consejos.
I I I am good at giving advices.
Yeah, okay. Advice.
Advice.
Advice is
Okay.
a plural form as well.
I didn't know that.
Advice is also a plural.
Okay.
I'm really good at. I'm really good at writing. Another way of saying the same thing would be with into. So you can say, I'm really good at writing, or you can say, I'm really into writing. Y es lo mismo. I'm really into writing.
Really? I didn't know. Okay.
I'm not into it. Por ejemplo, si dices, pues no soy muy bueno en eso, o no estoy muy interesada en tal cosa, dirías, I'm not into physics. Es como, no soy muy bueno con la física, o muy buena con la física. I'm not into. Y ya luego
Okay.
dices.
Pero maybe te gusta, pero no eres bueno.
Ajá, es como que no estás enterada, o sea, no sabes mucho de eso, ¿no? O sea, into es como, no estás muy enterada o enterado precisamente porque no te causa interés.
Okay.
Entonces, bueno, ahora, mira, esos son unos, hay muchos, ¿no? Hay muchos verbos que ya traen preposiciones. Hay otro patrón verbal que es verb plus object plus preposition plus verb in ing. Estos sí son los, bueno, accuse, por ejemplo, casi siempre tiene un objeto indirecto. ¿Te acuerdas de los objetos directos o indirectos, más o menos?
Creo que
Bueno,
sí.
accuse casi siempre va con un objeto. They accuse me of, me acusaron de. They accuse me of stealing. They accuse me of cheating. They accuse me of working. Me acusaron de, entonces accuse me. Me es el objeto. And then of, you have the preposition of, and then you have another verb in the ing form.
Okay.
Using me of stealing the cards. Okay. Blame. Blame es culpar a alguien. Y gente se usa con for. Por ejemplo, they blame me for breaking the rules. Me acusaron, me culparon de. Entonces, blame generalmente tiene un objeto aquí, luego for y luego otro verbo, ¿no? Acusar los, o they blame the students for breaking the window. ¿Qué dije ahí, por ejemplo? They blame the students for breaking the window.
Acusaron a los estudiantes de romper la ventana.
Exactamente. Discourage es otro verbo que es así. Discourage es desmotivar. Puede decir, okay, the weather discouraged people from attending. The weather discouraged people from attending. People is the object, the indirect object of discourage. Because it answers to the question, to who? ¿A quién? ¿A quién desanimaron? Pues a la gente. So, objeto indirecto.
Ok.
From attending. Ah, bueno, los desanimaron de... El clima desanimó a la gente de asistir.
Ok.
Por ejemplo, ¿cómo dirías? Ellos me desanimaron a mí, ellos me desanimaron a mí de terminar mi carrera.
Ah. They discouraged me to finish my career.
To finish. Not exactly.
From. Okay. They discouraged me from finishing my career.
Exactly. So they discouraged me from finishing my career. Exactly. And now, talking about finish and end. What's the difference between finish and end? You can say from ending my career. It's the same meaning.
Can you repeat me, please, the question?
And my question is, what's the difference between finish and the word end?
Finish and the word end. Finish es terminar y end es el final, ¿no?
Ah, bueno, ajá, end es el final, pero también es un verbo que significa también como terminar. La diferencia entre finish es que finish, you complete something, right? So you complete the cycle, completas el ciclo. Si dices, por ejemplo, I finished my degree, se entiende que terminaste, completaste el ciclo de tu carrera. Hubo algo que completaste. End significa terminar en el sentido de abandonar, de dejar de hacerlo. Por eso, por ejemplo, no dirías, I finished my relationship with him, sino I ended my relationship with him, porque no completaste nada, no completaste la relación, la abandonaste, la dejaste. La terminaste en el sentido de que la dejaste de hacer. O sea, los dos significan terminar, ese es el punto. Finish es terminar y end es terminar también, pero finish es terminar en el sentido de completar, ¿no? I finished my studies, I finished my work, I finished my project, my thesis. La terminé porque la completé. Y si dices I ended my relationship, I ended my studies, es en el sentido de que los terminaste no porque los hayas completado, sino porque los dejaste de hacer.
Ok. En este caso sería end, entonces.
Ajá. Cuando quiero decir que terminaste en el sentido de que ya lo abandonaste, pues es end.
Ok.
Ok, ahora prevent. Prevent es evitar. Es evitar. Entonces tú puedes decir, nothing will prevent him from speaking. Nada va a evitar que él hable, o nada evitará que él hable.
Ok.
Como dirías, por ejemplo, entonces, tú no vas a evitar que yo diga la verdad.
That sounds like Johnny Depp, teacher. You will not prevent me from telling the truth.
Exactly. So you would not prevent me from telling the truth. Ujú. Así es. Entonces, bueno, así es evitar que alguien hable, evitar que alguien diga, evitar que alguien haga. Ujú. Advice, mira, advice es otro. Solo que advice, mira, esta es la diferencia. Ya acabamos con los de ing, ¿sale? Preposición y ing. Ahora, hay otros que se ocupan únicamente con infinitivos, ya no con ing. O sea, es lo mismo, verbo, objeto, pero mira, la diferencia con estos es que tienes verbo, objeto, y aquí tienes preposición y ing, ¿no? Estos verbos no, estos verbos solo, el patrón que siguen es verbo, objeto, infinitivo.
Okay.
Advise, por ejemplo, es uno de esos verbos. She advised me not to do it. O they advised me, me es el object, ¿no? Me reaconsejaron not to do it o not to do that es el infinitivo porque tienes el to, ¿no? Not to.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Ok, entonces, ¿cómo dirías algo como um, yo le aconsejé a mis pacientes tomar responsabilidad por sus actos?
Okay. I advise my patients to uh, what, teacher? Otra vez.
Tomar responsabilidad por sus
Ah,
actos.
okay. I advise my patients to get responsibility for their actions.
Ujú. O to take responsibility. Es decir,
Ah, to take, okay, yeah.
to take responsibility for their acts. Ujú. Exactamente. Entonces así ocupas advice, ¿no? Pues ocuparlo de ese modo. Allowed, mira, allowed es otro verbo que funciona así. Por ejemplo, the boss didn't allow me to be lazy at work. O the boss don't allow me to be. No me permite echar la hueva en el trabajo, ¿no? Don't be lazy, pues. Entonces, ¿cómo dirías algo como ah, eh, el clima no nos permitió pasear por ahí? Pasear por ahí
Ah,
sería walk around, ¿no?
the the weather didn't allow us to what? To
Walk around.
walk around. Yeah.
Didn't allow us to walk around. Entonces, mira, encourage, que es lo contrario de discourage. ¿Te acuerdas que discourage estaba aquí, no? Discourage me from. Discourage me from speaking. Ahora, encourage funciona así. Tienes encourage, luego un objeto y luego un infinitivo. O sea, puedes decir, Mr. Dunn always encouraged me to keep going. El señor Dunn siempre me motivó, siempre me motiva a continuar. Siempre me alienta. Always encourage me to keep going, always encourage me to do the right thing, always encourage me to work harder.
Okay, advice.
Ok, ¿cómo dirías? Entonces, ellos siempre me, ellos siempre me motivan a vivir una vida más feliz.
They always encourage me to live happily.
Okay. Muy bien, exactamente. Entonces, encourage, bueno, puede funcionar así. Persuade, mira, persuade es persuadir, ¿no? Es lo mismo. They persuade me to buy. I managed to persuade Mary to buy my material. Es como me las arreglé para persuadir a Mary de comprar mi material. Managed to se entiende como me las arreglé para. Entonces, ¿cómo dirías tú? No pude persuadirlos de que hicieran lo que yo quería.
I couldn't persuade them to do what I wanted.
Exactly. Exactamente. Y bueno, expect, mira, expect normalmente también se ocupa así. You don't expect me to lie, do you? Oye, no esperas que mienta, ¿verdad? Expect es esperar que alguien haga algo. Por ejemplo, ¿cómo le dirías a alguien? No espero que tú seas mi amigo.
I don't expect you. I don't expect you will. No, I don't know.
I don't expect you. Ser, que seas.
To be my friend?
Exactly. I don't expect you to be my friend.
Yeah, I don't.
Exactamente. Entonces, bueno, rápido. Esto, normalmente, estos son raros, mira. Estos son como raros. La inmensa mayoría son estos. Estos son como que el grupo que tiene muchísimos. Verbo más infinitivo y verbo más ing. Todos los verbos que se pueden, que no todos los verbos se pueden juntar con otros verbos, pero la mayoría de los que sí se pueden, tienen esto, mira, o es un verbo con ing o verbo con infinitivo. Estos son los más raros hasta aquí, ¿no? Son los más raros. Ahora, cuando tú, sí se sigue viendo mi pantalla, sí, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Mira, rápido. Si tú quieres saber, si tú tienes un verbo como enjoy, ¿no? Enjoy es un verbo que se puede combinar con otros. Yo disfruto correr, yo disfruto saltar, yo disfruto comer, yo disfruto lo que sea, ¿no? Entonces, si tú, ¿cómo rayos voy a poner el siguiente verbo? O sea, si yo digo, yo disfruto jugar, ¿y cómo voy a poner jugar? Bueno, enjoy, por ejemplo, este diccionario te dice lo siguiente. Tú tienes que buscar dos cosas, mira. Aquí, enjoy doing something. Te está diciendo que, mira, te pone un ejemplo. I enjoy playing tennis. O I really enjoyed watching the film again. Es decir, cuando tú quieras saber en qué forma vas a poner el siguiente verbo, Oxford te dice. Entonces, Oxford te dice que si dice enjoy doing something, te dice que el siguiente verbo va en ing. Ahora, tienes que buscar más abajo. Ya no hay nada, mira. Ya no dice enjoy to do. Tienes dos opciones aquí con Oxford. La primera que diga el verbo que estás buscando, ¿no? Si buscas ese verbo, si lo que sigue dice enjoy doing something, quiere decir que sí puedes ocupar el siguiente verbo en ing. Hay algunos que también te dicen enjoy to do something. Solo tienes que buscar esas dos cosas, doing something o to do something. Y este diccionario te va a decir, bueno, pues este verbo lo puedes usar en las dos maneras, en infinitivo o en ing, o únicamente en infinitivo o únicamente en ing.
Ok.
Pues nada más tienes que buscar estas frases, doing something o to do something. Si encuentras las dos frases, quiere decir que acepta las dos. Si solo encuentras una de las dos, pues solo aceptáis.
Ok.
Bueno, la siguiente clase, déjame anotarlo aquí porque luego se me olvida. Entonces, con Nayib, la siguiente clase vamos a hacer un ejercicio de esto, ¿sale? Donde tú vas a tener que elegir en qué forma van los verbos. De ahí.
Okay.
Entonces, bueno, Nayib, pues espero que te haya servido. Ya lo veremos en la siguiente clase. ¿Vale?
Okay. Nada más una pregunta rápida. Todos los que tienen la preposición van con ing, ¿verdad?
Así es, sí, ya por default, todos los que tienen la preposición.
Y no, y definitivamente no con tú. O sea, ¿cómo? O sea, no puedes usar tú y el verbo.
Hay algunos, o sea, mientras no sea to, es que to te permite que esa preposición, esa en particular, sí te permite que la que siga pueda estar en la forma simple, to run, to play. Pero siempre y cuando no sea to, siempre y cuando no sea to, si tienes un verbo y una preposición que no sea to, ya por default va a ser ing.
Ok.
Ok.
Está bien.
Bueno, Naye, pues nos estamos viendo.
Thank you, teacher.
Nadia, thank you very much. Thank you, Rafa.
Thank
I'm going to
you.
share the link with you and with Carol. The
Okay,
video link.
thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank
See
you.
you.
Bye. See you.
Bye. Thank you.